Hi, today we will talk about diamond model, and this is used for intrusion analysis. You can click here on a link and it will open for you the whole article that was written about diamond model, or maybe it's a part of the book, I'm not sure. But on this part we will see core feature of the diamond model. It's infrastructure, adversary, capability, and victim, which is also written here. As is the elements, especially it's really useful to explain this to people who has no technical background, so you can use for your reports. Press complete and move into the next one. Next one is adversary. Who is the adversary? This is the person who's known as attacker, enemy, cyber threat actor, or hacker. It can be also a group, organization. So adversary operator, it's a hacker that conducts intrusion activity. So it's the person who trying to do this attack. And adversary customer is the person who benefits from the attack. It can be also the adversary customer try to pay money an adversary operator to do some specific attack or target some specific organization. So it also can be the same person. So adversary operator and the customer is the same person who benefits from the attack and the person who does the attack. When I say person, I don't mean to say it also can be a group of people, can be the whole organization includes in this activity. So what is the term for a person group that has intention to perform malicious actions against cyber resources? So it's adversary operator. Which is the term of the person or a group that will receive benefits from the attack. So it's adversary customer. Let's go to the next one. Who is the victim? Victim is target of the adversary. Victim can be also just the domain or IP address. It's not specifically needs to be a person or organization, but most likely it will be. So victim persona, that's the person or organization that being targeted. So they try to exploit the vulnerabilities, maybe people names, industry, job roles, interested, and victim assets. That's the system network, maybe data, maybe IP addresses, social network accounts, etc. So remember, persona, that's the people organization that being targeted, and victim assets, that's basically what is being targeted with it. Can be emails, network, set of the systems, etc. So what is the term that applies diamond for organization or people that being targeted? That's victim persona. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but okay. Next stage will be capability. Capability is set of tools, skills, technique that adversary can use. Capability capacity, it's basically when you have phishing attack, you set this phishing attack through the email and you hope the person will click on this malicious link and get the computer hacked by the worm or any other attack that you will plan to use. That's the capacity of phishing attack and capability basically. And adversary arsenal, it's basically when you have set of these attacks. So you use phishing and maybe another type of attack to ensure that your attack will be executed. At this case, capability is most likely when we say how much time can the person spend on the attack. So one person may be working at another job full time, so they have basically like 4 hours a day to spend on attacking another person, a computer, or maybe the organization. But capability and adversary arsenal of the whole organization, they can do this attack 24 hours per day basically, which higher risk of getting this attack executed rather than the person who working full-time job or maybe studying, etc., has some kind of life. They maybe will not be capable to execute this attack 24 hours a day. So next we go. Provide a term the set of tools or capability that belongs to adversary. This is adversary arsenal. Next we go is infrastructure. Infrastructure can be a software or hardware, and type 1 infrastructure is controlled and owned by adversary. Type 2 is basically the middleman, so it can be another organization that was hacked, and from their servers and computers was executed on another organization without them knowing, or maybe they did know. So that's type 2 infrastructure. And there is also not mentioned, but there exists type 3 infrastructure, which means that the infrastructure with software or hardware was controlled by a victim, but now it's used against them. So it can be like the same server or computer all of a sudden started to attack other computers, and that's type 3 infrastructure because it's owned by the victim. Server providers is basically the main register, there are web email providers and internet providers. That's the server providers. So next one we go to which type of infrastructure do malicious domain and compromised email accounts belong. It's type 2 infrastructure, so I just copy. And what type of infrastructure is most likely owned by adversary? It's type 1. So I copy and paste it. Now let's move to even meta features. So there is timestamp, which is date and time on the event. Phase, we discussed it last time, and the result, which is success, failure, unknown. Direction, we go to here. So direction can be infrastructure to infrastructure. As you can see, there is city to server, and it gives commands and updates to the proxy also owned by adversary. And next this goes to deliver attack to the victim host. Victim host respond with the result. Proxy send the result rely on city2 server, and after it goes giving tasking. Next one is victim to infrastructure. So the phishing email goes to the PC of the victim, and it's requested for future commands to the C2 server owned by adversary. Infrastructure to the victim, it's C2 server owned by adversary delivers attack on a victim host. Adversary to infrastructure, it's adversary logins/control C2 server. Infrastructure to adversary, it's stolen CT2 server, delivers stolen data to adversary. And here we have bidirectional. So this is victim host compromised, gives backdoor channel for the CT2 server owned by adversary, and it basically can communicate through the backdoor. Next one, it's unknown, it's IP A. We call it A just because it's example, and API B. And between them there's role unclear, and they can communicate, that's why it's unknown. Methodology. Methodology is basically a classification of the attack, which is phishing, DOS attack, breach, port scan, etc. Resources, it can be software, knowledge, information, hardware, funds, facilities, access. Next one, we go to the questions below. Every malicious activity contains 2 or more phases, must be successful. So phases, it will be the answer, phases. You can label even result success failure, so this is basically a result. Every intrusion event requires one or more external resources to be satisfied, so this will be resources. Next we go to a social political component. This is basically can be financial gain acceptance in the hacker community, maybe it's hacktivism or espionage. So this is basically all it is. It's just you can read above and press complete. Technology component, we talk about capability and infrastructure. You can read above and press complete. Now we will have a look at the practice analysis. We go to our task. The incident response team has determined that the group of notorious underground hackers, and we have the name of the hackers responsible for the attack. This is Adversary, we got the name, and date and time, that's timestamp. Attacker targeted, and we have the name of the target system of the corporation. This is basically the victim. Next one, the attacker used recent malware campaign known as One Trick to ransomware corporation serviced its resources. Attacker stole data from the corporation, sold it to the underground hacker forum. That's the result. Now we have the attacker gain access using legitimate credential, gain the result of the phishing attack. That's a capability. One of the attacker gained access to the network. They pivoted to the internal database file sharing. That's methodology. And the attacker steps can be followed using the Facebook called cyber kill chain model. It's Lock Martin cyber kill chain. Use it. And here our answer. So now we can close it. We go to the conclusion. You can read above and press complete. See you next time.